Stop and smell the flowers if you like to climb the trees.
Morning. So it's Saturday the 30th of December. I am supposed to have 4 days off work now where I can do nothing but sew. But actually I've managed to do what we always do when we say we won't, and that's book lots of different appointments to do lots of different things, both today and tomorrow. Anyway, I'm up, I'm still in my pyjamas, I am super comfy, and I'm going to take the opportunity to get a little bit of sewing started before the kids get up. At the moment, as you can see, my conservatory is full of opened and unplayed with Christmas presents and various junk and detritus, so I'm going to have a little bit of a tidy up and set myself up a sewing space before I can get going. First on the agenda is the sew over at Molly dress. I've got it all cut out, I've got my clips, the overlocker's on, and we're good to go. Time for a little bit more neckband appreciation, peeps. I think I have really finally cracked neckbands, and I promise I will do you a tutorial next time I make an Agnes top. So the Molly dress is all finished. I've hemmed the bottom and I've hemmed the sleeves. I am particularly proud of this pattern matching down the sides, and it fits really nicely. I'll give you a full twirl and a reveal of all of my instructions and how I made it, etc. when I do my pattern review. Made a start on my Rivage Raglan now, and that's another super quick sew. In just 4 seams, it's already starting to look like a t-shirt. I've finished the Rivage Raglan. I'm really pleased with it. It does desperately need a press, as you can see. It's all hemmed, but it needs a press. The fabric isn't great. It doesn't hang brilliantly when you wear it as a t-shirt. I'm not sure how much wear I'll get out of it, but again, I'll show you on my full pattern review a little bit later. Morning. It's Tuesday. Most people are back to work today, including Mr. Mac. I'm not back until tomorrow. For me, it's the last day of the school holidays, although the children do have one more day tomorrow. They're going to grandma's. So as you will have seen if you follow me on Instagram, I've already finished my Heather dress. No, I haven't. That's a lie. I've already finished my Molly dress. I've finished my Trifecta top. And I did my very first Rivage Raglan t-shirt, which I'm not amazingly happy with. But I'll cover them in a little bit more detail. So it's the last day today of my Sewcation, and I'm going to try and make my Heather dress. So let's see how I go. So here we have 2 beautiful pocket bags that I've cut out. Let's pin them onto the dress. Oh no, wait. You've hacked a big lump out of it, you ridiculous, stupid sewer. Thankfully, I brought 1 piece of fabric home with me just to test if I needed to get my overlocker threaded or something like that. And it would appear that by the teeniest, tiniest slither, there is just enough to cut another pocket bag. Talk about lucky. I've got 1 pocket in. It was a little bit convoluted, but it could do with a press. I am pleased with that join. The only thing I would say is I wouldn't use a stripy fabric to make the Heather dress again. I get that a contrast is nice, either for this bit or that bit, but with the stripe you can get it all to line up here, but obviously it all goes horribly wrong here. So I have a feeling I'm not going to like that. But I'm pleased with the construction, and if it fits okay, then certainly I'll go for another plain one. So let's see if I can get the other side to match. Maybe a pattern renegade. So it calls for you to make the sleeve, sew up the side seams and do a set-in sleeve. I actually can't see why that's necessary. So I'm going to sew my sleeve in the same way I do Coco's. Set it in, and then I can just sew straight up the arm and down the side, and it means I can try it on beforehand, because if it's anything like the Molly dress, these sleeves are going to be too tight for me. So that worked as I thought it would, just setting it in, but I can already see, and I'm so glad I did that, if I fold this arm in half so that I'm ready to sew under the arm and down the side seam, just look at this. So if I was to sew at 5/8, which is here, seriously, who has an arm that thin? Anybody? I know I don't. So that's why I've done that, because I can now literally just run my serger right along the edge and get the most out of that arm. And I reckon it will still be quite tight. So I've just had a quick try on. I was right, the arms are ridiculously tight, even just sewn on the edge of the overlocker. I think if I was a twig with absolutely no breasts, it might look nice. Personally, I think it just looks like a sausage skin. It doesn't do anything for me. But I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to hem it, cuff it, and then try it on, perhaps with a bra on, that would help, and see what I think. But I have a feeling it's going to be one of those garments that ends up straight to the charity shop, but we shall see. Well, that's my craftcation over. Sewcation, craftcation, whatever you want to call it. Time to clear up the mess that is my conservatory now, and maybe do some housework and other boring stuff. Hopefully I'll be back with you soon.